Radha Swami Vani, Vani eternal music of God. In today's video, we will talk about what is word, Shabad, Anhad naad, sound current or eternal music of God, and how to take rest in this word or Anhad naad or Shabad or sound current. Guru Pyari Satsang ji, my beloved Guru's people, please ignore my pronunciation or my way of teaching or my way of preaching. Now we will start the video. Guru Pyari Satsang ji, in Bible there is written in the scripture, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John 1:1. So what is the Shabad, Anahat naad, sound current or eternal music of God? The term Anahad means unstuck or unbeaten, and naad means sound or vibration. Together they refer to a sound that is not produced by a physical striking of an object, what is rather self-existing and eternal. You see in nature, the birds flying in the infinite sky makes a small nest of grass for rest, and for rest, man first discovered caves and then built huts and houses. But what is rest in this Shabad, Anahat naad or eternal music of God? My Guru's beloved people, there is no problem in birds making nest for rest, because the rest in the nest is part of the preparation to fly in the sky. The nest has no opposition to the sky. The nest is sportive and complementary. No one can keep flying in the sky continuously. The body will get tired. The body will also need rest. Therefore, the nest is auspicious, beautiful, pleasant. Just remember that the nest is not the sky. Have to fly in the morning, it is a night shelter. The goal is the sky itself. The nest is the stop. The destination, the goal, is the infinite sky that is going beyond the limits. Because as far as there are limits, there is suffering. Limit itself is a sorrow. To be within limits means to be in prison. The more limits there are, the more man will be in chains. If all boundaries are broken, all chains will fall. The name of the solution to this freedom from prison is Dharma. Real teachings too available for the Lord, to go to the Lord. The meaning of the mortal world is to cling to the prison, capture the prison. Treat chains as jewelry, forget about breaking it. If someone breaks it, don't let him break it, considering dreams as true life and considering the milestones on the way as their destination. That's all the meaning of this human world, this mortal world. The world is neither in the shop nor in the market, neither in the family nor in the relationships. The world is in this illusion which considers the stop as the destination. The world exists in this ignorance which turns the moment's rest into an eternal home. Make a nest, make it beautiful, make it lovely. The imprint of your creation should be on it. The signature of your personality should be on it. Be it a nest, a hut, a house, or a palace, pour your creative energy into it. But one reminder should never be missed. One light should always burn within the consciousness. This is not the permanent home. Not today, not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow. We have to leave this and go. We'll have to go. So why hold on to someone or something who has to left behind? If you only stay, live it, use it, there should be no urge and no attachment. Pyari Satsang ji, there are two types of people. There is one who lives in the world and develops deep attachment to this world. There are others who run away from this world. Those whom we called so-called sannyasis or sadhus for centuries were only fugitives. We have worshipped them. For that type of fugitives people, we lit lamps and offer incense. We offered flowers and sprinkled saffron on them because we felt that they had done something extraordinary, unique, and impossible. We can't leave the mortal things of this mortal world, and they left it and went away. This is the biggest surprise to us. But nothing has been left out from those people either. In fact, they have rushed away out of fear that they might be caught by the worldly things. There is a difference between letting go and leaving. There is a difference between rushing and leaving. Letting go is a process of realization, that is right awakening. It has an easy outcome. A story came into my mind. Two fakirs traveled in the forest, a guru and a disciple, old master and young disciple. The young disciple was very surprised. He was surprised because he had never seen such a thing in his teacher. Something new was happening today. The guru repeatedly put his hand in his bag and searched for something. Then in a little while, his heart was stuck in the bag. The disciple wondered what was in the bag today. Never seen him buried, never seen him peeping into the bag again and again. What's the matter today? Then it started becoming evening and the sun started settling. They stopped at a well to wash their hands and face, take some rest, and have a little snack. Guru started filling water. He gave the bag to his disciple and said, "Keep it carefully." He had never said anything like this. He used to keep the bag just like that. Don't know how many places they stop at, and also don't know how many wells they had to be stopped at. What's the matter today? Curiosity aroused. When the teacher started filling water, the disciple take a look into the bag. There was a brick of gold in the bag. All the secrets were revealed. He took out the brick and threw it in a pit outside the bag near the well and kept a stone of the same weight in the bag. The Guru quickly washed his hands and face and had breakfast. Also kept an eye on the bag from time to time. He warned the disciple once or twice to take care of his bag. The disciple laughed and said, "I am continuously taking care of this bag. You remain absolutely carefree. No need to worry now." As soon as he settled down and proceeded to walk, the Guru quickly took back the bag. Often it happened that the disciple had to carry the bag. Today the teacher was not ready to put the burden of the bag on the disciple. Quickly took the bag on his shoulder. He felt from outside and saw that the weight was complete, the brick in inside. He felt relieved and started walking. Then he said again and again, "Night is coming. Not even a flickering lamp of the village far away is visible. There is a forest. It is dark. It is new moon. Thieves, scoundrels, robbers, any accident can happen." Whenever the Guru said this, the disciple laughed. At last, after walking 2 miles, the Guru asked, "Why do you laugh?" The disciple said, "I laugh so that now you become completely relaxed. I have thrown the reason for your worry near the well." Then the Guru got worried and put his hand in the bag. He looked into the bag. It was a stone. The gold brick was gone. Felt shocked for a moment. The beating of the chest must have stopped. The breathing must have stopped. But then realization also came. The realization came that there was a stone in the bag for 2 miles, but I keep walking assuming that it was a gold brick, so the illusion remained. Even if I had continued throughout my life believing that this was a brick of gold, my attachment would have remained. The attachment was not in the brick, it was in my illusion. If attachment has been in the brick, then there would have been no reason for attachment for these 2 miles. There was no reason to worry. My attachment was within me, not in the brick outside. He also could have remained attached throughout his life if the misconception that the brick was gold has persisted, and immediately the illusion broke as soon as it has realized that the brick was made of stone. Dropped the bag there, laughed out loud, sitting there, said, "Where to go now? Now there is no need to search for villages and extra. Also very tired. Now we will sleep under this tree tonight." The disciple said, "It is dark. It is new moon. there are thieves, there are scoundrels, there are many more robbers. The Guru said, let it be. Now there is no difference. Now we don't even have bricks, we don't even have gold. So what will the lover loot? This is what I call letting go. Not left, released. Not rushed away, released. A realization dawned, a understanding deepened. One thing became clear, that all the trouble is within, not outside. Outside there are only excuses, pegs on which we hang our inner troubles, be it money, position, prestige, family, loved ones, friends, body, mind. Any excuse will work. What if there is nothing left to hang inside? Then what difference does it make? Then whether you sit in the market or in burial sites, it is the same. Those who are fugitives, world is not left by them, but they rushed away from this world. And there is a huge difference between these two words, just like there is a difference between the ground and the sky. Letting go happens through awareness. Quitting happens out of fear. What is the relation between fear and knowledge? What relation? They are opposites. They never meet. What is self-realization and fear? Fear thrives in darkness and awareness awakens in the light. Realization is morning and fear is the moonless night. What kind of union between the two? There is no union. Those who have rushed away and hid in the hills, in the caves, they are just scared. They are just scared people. They are fugitives. There is a fear to that so-called sannyasis that if we will stay in this world, we will get attached to this. What has the world ever caught anyone? If you don't die tomorrow, if you die today, the world will never stop you for a moment. So that you don't go, that wait for a while. How will I go without you? That in your absence, without you, everything will become disorganized. There will be an anarchy. If you are not here, then where is life? Stop, a little longer. Let me take care. Let the compliment be found. Then go away. What's the hurry? No, the world never asks you. If you die tomorrow, die today, what's the matter with the world? It doesn't make any difference. How many people came? How many people went? How many people kept coming and going? How many people will keep coming and going? The world is its own place. The world doesn't hold you. You are holding this world. So where are you living and running? If you have a habit of catching, it will go with you. How will you leave it? It is inside. So maybe leave the palace, will catch the hut. Leave the throne, will hold the loincloth. Leave the sapes, you will grab the alms bowl. Leave the kingdom. It will not make any difference. You will sit under a tree. You will take possession of it and say that this is my tree. No other one's ways should be established below this mine. You will definitely catch it. Because the grip goes somewhere like this. The grip is released only through understanding, only through self-realization. That's why I want to tell my satsang video listeners, don't run away from this world. To run away is fear, and fear is cowardice. And even the coward cannot achieve the world. How can it consume the truth? That's why I have no respect for fugitives. No matter how great a fugitive he may have been, no matter how many people he has influenced. People get influenced by people who are opposite to them. One person stand on his head and a crowd will form. Now standing on one's head like this is no big deal. Any fool can do that. The truth is, who else would do it except a fool? If God had wanted to make you stand on your head, He would have made your head grow legs. God is not very keen on headship. If God had wanted to make you lie on a bed of thorns, He would have sent a bed of thorns along with you, would have made arrangements. He has sent complete arrangements for you to stay. If God was interested in your fast, He would have taught you the art of keeping yourself hungry. The one who could give hunger couldn't give hunger. If God was keen that you leave your loved ones, you leave your friends, you leave your family, you leave people, then why would He have created you in a family and among the loved ones and friends? Just like it rains from the sky, you too would have rained. George Gurdjieff used to say that there are so called Mahatmas. All your Mahatmas seem to be enemies of God. God does one thing, your so called priests and Mahatmas tell to do the opposite thing. But there is a secret. The secret is that gods make you comfortable and natural. So called Mahatma make you comfortable and natural. Because it is only by being uncomfortable and unnatural that you become a point of attraction. People will develop respect for you only when you do something wrong. There was a thinker in America, Robert Ripley. He wanted to be famous. Who doesn't want to be famous? Wanted the whole world to know him. A huge circus has come to the village. He thought that the circus is so famous, it is well known, its manager must know some sources of fame. So he met the manager separately and asked him to tell him some secrets too. He said that, I want to be famous too. The manager said jokingly. He was the manager of the circus itself. The business itself was a joke, a spectacle. He said, but especially in this, you cut off half of the hair on your head and silently, without saying anything, keep gazing at the ground and walk around the streets of New York. Come after 3 days. When he come 3 days later, he brought along with many newspaper cuttings because the pictures were published in the newspapers. There was a discussion in every house in the village as to who is this man, half head shaved, who will not become famous. Ripley thanked the manager profusely and said, now tell me more. It was a blast in the New York. The stick got beaten. There is not a single child who does not know. The news started spreading from village to village and nearby areas too. The manager said, now you do this. Buy a big mirror. Tie that mirror around your waist. Look in the mirror and you will see the way back. And just walk backwards, not forwards, and tour the whole of America. And Ripley did just that. And by the time the affair was over, he became famous not only in America but all over the world. Who is this man? And said to him, you remain completely silent. No need to speak. The more silent, the better. If you speak, the matter might get exposed. It is better for a wise man to speak. What for a fool to remain silent? Because if a fool remains silent, he appears wise. So Ripley remained completely silent. 1 million people asked. He smiled. Don't say anything. Secret things can be said somewhere. Beyond words. Even if you say it, how should you say it? Indescribable. It is not achieved through preaching. It is not achieved by speaking. Nothing gets said by saying. Not transferable. If only someone who knows can know, then he can know. And it was fun when Ripley found that some of his disciples were also born, started following him. They also made small arrangements. They brought as such mirror as he could. Not alone, now a line of Ripleys start running, and they too are silent. When the teacher is silent, the disciple is also silent. Anything that is not normal is abnormal. What is not natural is natural. People are affected by that. Impressing people is a very deep desire of the ego. Ahankara. People were influenced by these fugitives. The whole reason you influenced by them was that they were doing something which was unnatural. Who will be impressed by the natural man? An emperor of Japan was searching for a Satguru or a great master. Searched a lot, Satguru was not found. Whatever names were given, whatever names were known, familiar, recognized, he went there but was not satisfied. Asked his old minister that I was young, you are old, you must know something. There must be someone like this man. The old man started laughing. He said, there are men, but you will not be able to recognize them. Because a true Satguru, a true great master will be absolutely easy and natural. There are hardly any horns emerging from it which you would recognize. You are looking for an opposite person. You will meet very different people, but those who are themselves right now in trouble, how even if they try their best, will they be able to guide you? Will make you even more confused. You are already in a chaotic state. They will make you more chaotic. I know a man. The emperor was curious, told the minister, I am ready to go. Both of them went to meet the fakir. The minister fell at the feet of the fakir, but the emperor did not find the man worthy of falling at his feet. The man was absolutely ordinary. And what work was he doing? He was cutting wood. Now, does Sadguru cut wood somewhere? That Mahavir might be found cutting wood somewhere. The Buddha may be found chopping wood. Does Sadguru cut wood somewhere? The emperor told his minister that this man is cutting wood. What is its specialty? The minister said, this is its specialty. Ask him what his sadhana is. So he asked the fakir, what is your sadhana? The fakir was none other than the Zen master, Bokju. He said, I have no sadhana. When I feel hungry, I eat food, and when I feel sleepy, I sleep. I don't have any other spiritual practice. The emperor said, what was this any sadhana? Is this also a sadhana? We all do this. When we feel hungry, we eat. When you feel sleepy, you go to sleep. Bokuju said, no, don't jump to conclusions so quickly. Sometimes you don't feel hungry and you eat food. And sometimes you feel hungry and you don't eat. And sometimes you feel sleepy and you don't sleep. And sometimes you cannot sleep and you try to sleep. Not only this, when you eat food, you also do 1,000 other things. You keep eating food mechanically and your mind keeps running away to who knows which worlds. And when you sleep, and you don't just sleep, you see so many dreams. Don't go anywhere. What don't you do? The business of the mind continues. But the thing is completely different on me. When I eat, I only eat food. I just eat food. At that time, nothing else happens in Bokuju except eating. And when I sleep, I just sleep. At that time, there was nothing else in Bokuju except sleeping. And when I feel sleepy, I do not postpone it, even for a moment. I fall asleep immediately. There are stories about Bokuju that sometimes he would fall asleep while giving sermons. What should Bokuju do if he feels sleepy? Such a natural man, and did not wake up in Brahma Muhurta. And when someone asked him that a fakir should wake up in Brahma Muhurta, you don't wake up in Brahma Muhurta? Bokuju said, I changed the definition due to experience. When the fakir wake up, then it is Brahma Muhurta. When one wakes up, the Brahma within wants to wake up, that is Brahma Muhurta. And when the Brahma within wants to sleep, you are trying to force yourself to get up by setting the alarm. You are sprinkling cold water on your eyes. You are chanting Ram Ram. You are chanting something and something. You are running around, doing punishment, meetings so that somehow you don't lose sleep. Because heaven is the one to go. You will not be able to go to heaven without waking up in Brahma Muhurta. Bokuju says, when I wake up from sleep, then it is Brahma Muhurta. So sometimes he would sleep till noon and sometimes remained awake till midnight. Will sleep when he feels sleepy. When he is hungry, he will eat. Sometimes a day, 2 days would pass and he would not eat. That was not fasting. And sometimes he would eat twice a day. So natural. Who would be impressed by such a man? We are influenced by people in different ways. That's why fugitives influenced humans a lot. They were opposite to us and they are unlike us. So I tell you that they were not at all different from us. We were just like that. That's it. We are standing on our feet. They were standing on their heads. We are crazy about gold. They were afraid that they might touch the gold. They were running with their backs towards the woman. But the parting continued. After the center of both was woman, running towards a woman, running away from a woman, but both of them have their eyes fixed on the woman. One says that heaven lies in a woman, and one says woman is the door to hell. What woman is important for both? The gate to heaven for some, the gate to hell for some, but the door is only woman. But there is no getting rid of women like this. There is no escape from men. There is no escape from wealth. To create rest, words make nest to go to rest. Humans make huts or build castles. Nothing bad. Just remember not to get bound by those limitations. Those limits are not your limits. No limit is your limit. Stay, of course, but stay like a guest. Don't be hospitable to live as a guest, not being an host. Then wherever you are a monk there. The world does not bind. Don't run away from the world. Wake up. How do we wake up? We just wake up, not by opening eyes. We just wake up by getting rid of the pictures and images which are creating in our mind. When there are no thoughts, no picture in our mind, then there is dhyan. Then there is waking up. We in present, not in the past, not in the future. Just not by thinking, just make your mind shunya, silence, silent. Just do bhajan and simran. What is simran? Simran is just chanting the words which are given by your Satguru. Just sit in a calm place and then close your eyes silently, close your eyes gently, and then just focus between the eyes and do chanting. We in the middle of the eyes, be in the darkness, just focus on the darkness and do your simran, do your chanting. This is called simran. Also keep in your mind that don't let any thought come into your mind. Just do the simran. This simran is for concentration. These words chanting is just for concentration. While doing 2 hours of simran or chanting, after some time you will listen a sound, a eternal music from God listening through your ears. Just try to listen through your right ear and meditate between the eyes. Keep your focus between the eyes in the darkness and just listening to this eternal music. Firstly, this music we can listen through our ears, but it is coming from our third eye or middle of the head. So this is bhajan and simran. Simran is just chanting the words to get to the concentration, and bhajan is just listening to this eternal music, Anhad, naad or Shabad. Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, that's all for today. Thanks for listening to me, Radha Swami Ji.